you go about avoiding voluntary turnover in manufacturing? I'm Greg Schinkel, President of Unique Training and Development and Frontline Leadership Systems, and today we've got to address this issue of voluntary turnover. Now, the myth, of course, is that people are lazy, especially younger people. They don't want to work anymore. They especially don't want to work in a difficult operating or production environment. And the reality is voluntary turnover reached 27% in the year 2021. So we had a lot of people quitting. Now, the problem is, of course, supervisors start to believe that young people can't produce. And we had one group of supervisors on a break in our course, and we had just finished talking about motivating and engaging multiple generations, and they were having this debate amongst themselves. 3 of the supervisors out of 4 were saying, yeah, young guys are lazy, they don't want to come to work. When they are at work, they want to do the bare minimum. And one of the 4, who is the minority representative of the good side in that argument, said, oh no, my young guys, they do want to produce, and it's actually my seasoned guys I have trouble getting to work harder because they've been around longer, higher seniority, higher terms of service and length of service. So they were having this debate, but the one guy believed that the young people were willing to work, and as a result, the absenteeism in his department was lower and his productivity was higher. So think about that 3 of the supervisors thought young people are lazy and won't work, and 1 actually held out hope that they could be productive. So I've got 3 tips for you on how to go about avoiding voluntary turnover in manufacturing. Tip number 1, yes, pay a competitive wage. Now, competitive wage, you don't get extra bang for your buck by overpaying people, but you do get good results by paying at least what the market demands for their services. So you do have to pay a competitive wage. I realize that for the frontline supervisor, that isn't always something that they can control or influence. So hopefully your company management will take care of at least paying market wages. Number 2, though, and you get involved in this one, is onboard enthusiastically. Here's the thing, if you have voluntary turnover, sometimes the manager, the HR team, or the production supervisor starts to give up hope that people are going to stay, and that starts to show in the onboarding. So onboard people, welcome them in, make them feel good about the choice that they made to come and join your company, because let's face it, you're worried about them leaving, but they're also worried that they've made the right choice or the wrong choice in terms of their employment. So let's make sure that they come away with a positive first impression and feel equipped to do the job well. And that brings me to tip number 3, which is to train and coach. Now, train and coach means you need to give them the skills that they need to perform and meet your expectations. No one likes it when their boss says you got to do more, but they don't feel like they've been equipped to do that. And that also means you need to give coaching feedback to them. So how they're progressing, how they're doing, what they could do differently to be even more effective in the future. With that good training and coaching, you're setting them up for success. And remember, if your organization does a better job of onboarding, training, and coaching, you're going to find that people will either stay, or if they do leave, they'll come back because of the way that you treat them. So you want to use your leadership as a competitive advantage in terms of reducing voluntary turnover in manufacturing. Now, once you've done all that, of course, you're going to need to work on other leadership skills, and that's where our Frontline Leadership Program comes in. Whether you have us go on site to deliver the training exclusively for your team, or you have us do it through our state-of-the-art virtual training studio, we're here to meet those challenges. And now there's a third way that you can access it, because sometimes sending people to training or arranging training is just too difficult with the number of people that need it or the shift schedule that they're on. And so we've created the Frontline Leadership On Demand program, and that allows people to go through a self-paced process where they still get access to our world-leading leadership training, but then they get to apply that on their own pace over a period of time. You can check out all of the course offerings that we have on our website at uniquedevelopment.com, and why not engage with us on one of the many social media platforms that we are active on. No matter what it takes, we'd like to partner with you for leadership excellence.